Brandon Cole Bam Margera is an American former professional skateboarder, stunt performer, television personality, and filmmaker. He rose to prominence in the early 2000s as one of the stars of the MTV reality stunt show Jackass and subsequent sequels. He also created the Jackass spin-off shows Viva La Bam, Bam's Unholy Union, Bam's World Domination, and Bam's Badass Game Show, and co-wrote and directed the films Haggard and Ming Hags. Early life. Margera was born on September 28, 1979, the son of April and Phil Margera. He is the younger brother of Jess Margera and nephew of Vincent Don Vito Margera. His grandfather nicknamed him Bam Bam at the age of 3 after noticing his habit of purposely running into walls. Over time, that nickname was shortened to Bam by his schoolmates. Margera dropped out of high school after his junior year, but was homeschooled by his mother and received his GED. Career: television and film. Margera began shooting videos of himself and his friends skateboarding and doing stunts, which eventually turned into the CKY video series. He independently released CKY. CKY2K, CKY3, and CKY4 have also been released. CKY stands for Camp Kill Yourself, a name shared with his brother Jess Margera's band, CKY, which was named as a tribute to the film Sleepaway Camp. These early videos feature many of Margera's friends, including Ryan Dunn, Brandon DeCamillo, Ray Kyon, Chris Ropp, and Brandon Novak, who form a loose collective known as the CKY Crew. The video and band projects are heavily interlinked. Following CKY's success, former Big Brother editor Jeff Tremaine noticed Margera's videos and drafted him into the team that would eventually become MTV's Jackass. Margera and Ryan Dunn became mainstays of the cast while other CKY crew members played supporting roles to various degrees. Margera went on to appear in Jackass, the movie, Jackass No. 2, Jackass 2.5, Jackass 3D, and Jackass 3.5. Several skits in the first Jackass movie were CKY-style pieces filmed in and around Westchester, but similar scenes in the second movie were removed after the arrest of Margera's uncle Vincent Margera on suspicion of inappropriately touching 2 minors. In 2003, Margera played himself in the movie Grind, which portrays 4 young men following a professional skateboarder from Chicago to California. The film contains numerous cameos by Jackass members, as well as many professional skateboarders and other celebrities. Upon release, it was met with generally unfavorable reviews from critics, but was rated much higher by the general public. After Jackass, Margera was given his own MTV series, Viva La Bam, which ran for 5 seasons from 2003 to 2005. The show followed Margera and his crew as they performed various stunts and missions. The show was primarily filmed in Westchester but also visited New Orleans, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Brazil, Finland, Mexico, Netherlands, and Transylvania. In addition to the regular series, special episodes have included Viva La Spring Break and a lost episode included on the Viva La Band CD. In 2007, Margera was engaged and the wedding was filmed for Bam's Unholy Union as a follow-up to Viva La Bam. The show follows Margera, his then-fiancée Missy Rothstein and their friends in the lead-up to their wedding. In 2008, Margera had a prominent, non-sex role in a pornographic film by Gina Lynn, The Fantastic Horse 4, with Brandon Novak. In 2009, Margera appeared on Nitro Circus. In October 2010, Margera appeared in Jackass 3D and the movie broke box office records. Margera appears with Dunn and skateboarder Tim O'Connor on Bam's World Domination, a half-hour Spike TV program that debuted on October 13, 2010. The first episode showcased Margera and his friends' attempt to conquer an obstacle course race in the Tough Guy competition, held in Staffordshire, England. In March 2016, Bam and his mother April Margera appeared on the VH1 reality television show Family Therapy with Dr. Jen to address Bam's self-destructive behavior. Skateboarding career. In the beginning of his career, during 1997 and 1998, Margera was sponsored by Toy Machine Skateboards. From 2001, Margera was a member of Team Element, the demonstration team for Element Skateboards. As of 2016, Margera is no longer on the team. He was also at various times sponsored by Speed Metal Bearings, Addio Footwear, Electric Sunglasses, Volcom, Land Speed Wheels, Destroyer Trucks, Destructo Trucks, and Fairman's Scat eShop. As of 2022, Margera is without any major sponsorships and has effectively retired from professional skateboarding. He did return to skating casually, resulting in a renewed partnership with Element Skateboards to celebrate the brand's 25th anniversary by re-releasing a series of 10 of his most memorable deck designs. The boards were released weekly between September 6 and November 8, 2017. Each deck is signed by Margera and limited to 50 units. Independent films. Margera has written, produced, and starred in 3 independent films. He co-wrote, directed, and starred in Haggard, an independent film based on real events in the life of his friend Ryan Dunn. Dunn played himself as the main character while Margera played Vallo, a character based on himself and elements of him singer and friend Vil Vallo. Margera also directed Ming Hags, formerly titled Kiss a Good Man's Ass. The film is a loose sequel to Haggard and features the garbage juicer invention from that film. Filming started April 5, 2007. On an episode of Radio Bam, Margera said that they were trying to make the movie PG-13 rated, but with the amount of swearing and a shot of nudity, an R rating could not be avoided. The first viewing of the rough version of the film was on August 7, 2007, at Sykes Hall. The movie was released straight to DVD in December 2008. Also in December 2008, Margera released a Christmas-themed movie, Bam Margera Presents, where the number $& is Santa. The movie is about Bam and his friends going to the Arctic Circle in Finland on a quest to find Santa Claus. The film features Vil Vallo from Him, The Dude Sons, Hanoi Rocks, and Mark the Bagger. iRadio Bam/I and Music. None. Documentary. In January 2015, Margera announced that he had been working on an autobiographical documentary film which he hoped to premiere in the near future. On April 9, the first trailer for the film, titled I Need Time to Stay Useless, was released to YouTube and other media outlets. The film will deal primarily with Margera's life after the death of his close friend and co-star, Ryan Dunn, who died in a car crash in 2011. According to Margera, the film has been 3 years in the making, and will give viewers a glimpse into his childhood, career, and rise to fame, while focusing mainly on his recovery from the death of Dunn. Musician Brent Hinds of the band Mastodon will play Dunn in what has been described as dramatic fantasy interludes that ties the film together while also reenacting what Margera considers his darkest moments after Dunn's death. During a Facebook Q&A on December 7, 2015, Margera stated that the name of the film would change from I Need Time to Stay Useless to Earth Rocker and that it would be released February 2016. In the 2017 season premiere of Vice's epically later D, Margera stated that after working on the film for 4 years straight, sometimes for weeks at a time, he had reached the point where he had had enough of doing so. Margera stated that he had approximately 11 terabytes worth of video footage and that editing it down into a 2-hour film was impossible. When asked if the project was on pause for the moment, he responded that it was. Other projects. Margera has been animated as a character in the Tony Hawk's video game franchise, specifically Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, Tony Hawk's Underground, Tony Hawk's Underground 2, Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, Tony Hawk's Project 8 and Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. He also voiced a character in the video game Scarface, The World Is Yours. He made cameo appearances in the movies Grind and Destroying America. In late September 2008, Margera opened a bar/theater called The Note, in his hometown of Westchester, Pennsylvania. Serious restrictions from Westchester Borough Council caused a multitude of issues for Margera and the bar, and The Note closed its doors in January 2014. In late 2009, Margera released a book containing private writings and pictures titled Serious as Dog Dirt. In 2020, Margera started appearing in YouTube videos including a viral water balloon fight video with model Jeb Carty. Personal life. Relationships. Margera was engaged to Jen Revell, who played a prominent part in several of his projects. The couple appeared to be cohabiting in various episodes of Viva La Bam. Their 7-year relationship ended in 2005. In November 2006, Margera filed for protection from abuse from Revell after she allegedly broke into his house. In 2006, Margera became engaged to childhood friend Melissa Missy Rothstein. The events leading up to their wedding on February 3, 2007, in downtown Philadelphia, were chronicled on the MTV series Bam's Unholy Union. The couple's honeymoon was in Dubai. In 2008, during an appearance on LA Inc., Margera told Kat Von D about $13,000 in damages that occurred during his wedding celebration, explaining, "I was kind of ready for it, though. I was like, I'm inviting the jackass crew. If something doesn't get broken then that's not right." In July 2009, Margera was taken to hospital by paramedics and state troopers after Rothstein called 911 following a 4-day alcohol binge. In regard to the drinking binge, Margera said, "I may get a divorce, booze helps." In October 2010, Margera told Howard Stern that he and Rothstein were living in separate cities, they meet once a week, and that Rothstein knew that he had girlfriends. The couple divorced in November 2012. On October 5, 2013, Margera married Nicole Boyd in Reykjavik, Iceland. In June 2017, Margera announced that Boyd was pregnant with the couple's first child. In September 2017, it was announced that the child, a boy, would be named Phoenix Wolf. Margera's son was born on December 23, 2017. Name and residence. In an October 24, 2007 interview with the Cleveland Free Times, Margera stated that although he had completed paperwork that would legally change his first name to Bam, he was still debating filing it after a conversation with his father. Margera owns 2 houses in the Westchester, Pennsylvania area, his present residence and his former home, known as Castle Bam, which he bought in 2004. Castle Bam is a large house in Pocopson Township, Pennsylvania, that was often featured on Viva La Bam. The house has a Gothic theme, a skate park in the driveway, and is situated on 14 acres of land. In January 2007, Margera built a ramp in the backyard which caused trouble with the township. In 2018, April, Margera began renovating the home in order for it to be used for short-term rentals via Airbnb. Margera has made it known that the home will not look the way it did on Viva La Bam. Rentals of the home were expected to be made available in 2018. Alcoholism and legal troubles. Margera has had a history of alcohol abuse since his 20s. He was frequently seen drinking and/or intoxicated on camera in Viva La Bam and in behind-the-scenes footage from the Jackass films. In July 2009, Margera was taken to the hospital by paramedics and state troopers after a 4-day alcohol binge. His drinking habits had worsened after his previous shows ended in 2007. In December 2009, he entered rehab for the first time after an intervention from his friends and family, but did not complete the program, and left after only 4 days. On June 12, 2010, Margera was allegedly attacked with a baseball bat outside of his bar, the note. Margera spent the night at Chester Medical Center, where he was treated for head injuries. According to the alleged assailant, Elizabeth Ray, it was because Margera allegedly called her a nigger. Ray denies attacking Margera. Margera denies having said the word, claiming I called her a crazy bitch and an idiot, but I definitely didn't use the N-word. Following Ryan Dunn's death in 2011, Margera's drinking intensified further. By his own accounts, Margera considers 2012 as the year he lost control of his drinking, after bone spurs forced him to put skating on hold, and he began binge drinking to kill the boredom. In July 2013, Margera was arrested at Keflavik Airport in Iceland, having left the country without paying damages following a rental car dispute the year before. Margera had rented a Toyota Land Cruiser during a vacation in Iceland in 2012, which he had returned in terrible shape 5 days later, but left the country before paying for the damages. Margera was released later the same day after paying the outstanding fees, and admitted in an interview that he had trashed the car in a drunken stupor. In 2015, Margera entered rehab again for alcoholism, but left shortly after without finishing the program. Later that year, he took part in family therapy with Dr. Jen on VH1 with his mother, after which he remained sober for several months. In an interview with People magazine the following year, Margera opened up about his mental health issues, including anxiety, bipolar disorder, and bulimia nervosa, and revealed how his unhealthy lifestyle had forced him to relearn skating after 5 years, and had also left him overweight. In late 2016, he relocated to Spain with his family to focus on his skating career, but moved back to Pennsylvania in 2017, before his son was born. In a 90-minute interview with YouTube series The 9 Club recorded and released in November 2017, Margera discussed his health issues and alcoholism, claiming that he had been mostly sober since 2015. In January 2018, Margera entered rehab for the third time after a DUI, and remained sober for 7 months. Later that year, he relapsed after being robbed at gunpoint during a vacation in Colombia. In January 2019, 1 year after his previous attempt, Margera entered rehab for the 4th time, but left after 10 days, stating that he didn't belong there, and was planning on beating his alcoholism on his own. In March 2019, TMZ released a video showing Margera screaming at and threatening his manager at West Side Comedy Club in New York City. Additionally, Margera made Instagram posts in which he insulted his wife and damaged his own home, leading to friends and family members coming together to have Margera committed to a mental health treatment facility. Margera was released from treatment and returned home after 1 week. On August 3, 2019, he was removed from a commercial airline flight following an altercation with an airport police officer, who told him he was too intoxicated to fly. The following day, Margera posted a chain of videos on his Instagram account, publicly pleading for Dr. Phil's help. He directed a lengthy tirade towards his mother April Margera, wife Nikki Margera, and childhood friend Brandon Novak, candidly stating his relationship with his family is broken. Dr. Phil reciprocated Margera's pleas the next morning, referring him to a treatment center following a one-on-one session. During a January 2021 podcast interview, Margera indicated that Paramount Pictures regards him as a liability, owing to his behavior over the last few years. He indicated that Jackass CEO creator Jeff Tremaine had fought with the studio to keep Margera in the next Jackass film, Jackass Forever, but Margera still was not certain that Paramount was going to allow him to partake in the filming of the movie. On February 11, 2021, Margera posted several videos to his Instagram account, in which he admitted to breaking his sobriety, and indicated that he had officially been fired from the filming of Jackass Forever. Throughout the video, he could be seen crying, vomiting, and alluding to having looked up how to tie a noose before his move to Oceanside, California. Margera alleged that Paramount had been forcing him to take antidepressants, submit to random urine tests, and to check into 2 different rehabilitation facilities using his own money. He also expressed disdain for Tremaine, Johnny Knoxville, and Spike Jonze, before asking his fans to boycott Jackass Forever. He then solicited his followers to send him money in order to film his own movie to compete with Jackass Forever. The videos were removed from Margera's Instagram account soon after being posted. On May 25, 2021, it was reported that Tremaine had filed a temporary restraining order against Margera, due to Margera's harassment of both Tremaine and Knoxville via Instagram. Tremaine was granted an additional 3-year restraining order, extended to Tremaine's wife and children, after Margera allegedly sent the family death threats. On August 9, 2021, Margera filed a lawsuit against Tremaine, Knoxville, and Jonze, as well as against Paramount Pictures, MTV, Dickhouse Entertainment, and Guerrilla Flicks, alleging that he was wrongfully fired from the production of Jackass Forever. On January 12, 2022, Knoxville said that one scene Margera filmed for Jackass Forever would still be in the film, despite the ongoing lawsuit. They came with a settlement after Margera asked to dismiss the lawsuit on April 14, 2022. The terms of the settlement remain private. On September 16, 2021, Margera's wife Nikki filed for child custody of their son Phoenix Wolf. However, she did not file a divorce petition to end their 8-year marriage. On May 17, 2022, Margera announced that he had completed 1 year of sobriety treatment. On June 15, 2022, Margera was reported missing after fleeing his rehab center. He was found and voluntarily returned to rehab after missing for a week. He was returned with police escort since he is in the rehabilitation facility under court order. On June 26, 2022, he was reported missing again after fleeing his rehab center for the second time. He was found and checked into a new treatment facility on June 27, 2022. He was spotted at a bar after fleeing rehab once again on September 4, 2022. On September 25, 2022, it was reported that he was caught intoxicated in a bar in Atlanta, Georgia, amid rehab problems. Filmography: film, television, DVDs and videos, music videos, video games.